Hi, this is ME Chronic Fatigue Syndrome New Zealand. I'm just doing this little YouTube channel to keep updates on what's happening in my life and the things that I've discovered. One of these things I've discovered is why your test results come back negative. Now, for the last few years, I have been suffering from a skin rash that comes and goes. And I discovered this with the skin rash, not with other things. So I'd seen 3 doctors, and I was on my way to see my 4th doctor about this rash. And here it is here. And all the doctors I've seen said that that's a pollen allergy or a cold sore virus on my skin. I don't think that's correct at all. So none of these doctors did any tests. They never swabbed that or did any tests. And another time I went to see them and it had gone all on my chest area. And they think that's pollens. So the 3rd doctor I saw, I said, no, this is pollens, I'm sick of this. The things that you give me, like steroid creams, don't really work. I need some tests done. How can you prescribe things? How can you prescribe treatments when you don't even know what this is? You're making an educated guess. So I had to really push for a lab test to be done, a skin test. So and the skin test was on my neck area. So a couple of weeks later, I ring up the medical centre and the nurse says, that's negative, there's nothing wrong, that's a negative test. And I'm like, oh, okay. So a couple of weeks ago, I went back to the doctors. This is months later, months in between. I went back to the doctors and I had this niggly feeling to get a printout of my test results. So I did, and the reason why it is a negative test is because it's not analysed. So I don't know if you can see that. It says patient's name, everything. No allergens specified. We have held this specimen for testing. Please contact the laboratory to inform us which allergens are required. So the doctor didn't even write down what was to be tested. Therefore, the lab never tested it. Therefore, it was a negative result. Now, I would encourage you to get copies of everything you have done through your medical centres. You need your own copies, because they can do this to you. They can say it's a negative test and then they don't even test it because of something that's gone wrong. Someone hasn't put in what it's being tested for on the label. And then you go away carrying on your merry little life thinking, oh, I'm negative. Then what's that about? You know, I'm negative. But they haven't even done their job properly. So the nurse never said it hasn't been analysed. She said it's a negative test result. So I don't know why they cover up this stuff, but they seem to. And so the 4th doctor I went to, I showed her the photos, and she's like a robot. She said the same thing. So, yeah, I just wanted you to know, by law, you're allowed copies of your medical reports and everything to do with this medical stuff you have done. And don't let them tell you that you're not entitled to it. You are. You are by law entitled to copies. So, and you can ask for them at reception or on your way in or on your way out. Now, I'm going to do another follow-up video concerning being tested for Lyme's disease. I will see you there.